Okay, so here we are with another Masters of the WWE Universe video that I don't know when I'm actually going to get uploaded, so it's going into the backlog of videos that hopefully I will get uploaded sometime within the next couple of weeks, because I still don't have internet for reasons I don't want to get into right now. But, this is Stephanie McMahon, evil billion-dollar Skull Queen. And, look at the back here, there's a nice picture of Stephanie lounging with her wand and her skull crown and her skull throne. And it says, she used to be Daddy's little girl, but now the billion-dollar princess has tapped into the chaotic magic within the dark depths of WWE Eternia to become its evil queen. And it says, Arm Crystal Ball and Skull Queen Mask. And then it says, twist and turn into powerful battle positions. So let's go ahead and open up Stephanie McMahon and have a look at this figure. Or as she was known while I was watching wrestling, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Yeah, remember the McMahon Helmsley era? That was fun stuff. Man, this package is not cooperating with me at all. It just wants to completely stick to the card. Tore her name. I mean, it's kind of glued over her name anyway, so that's not helping. But man, look at this. This is insane how well this card wants to stick to this paper. And you know, I like to keep the cards, but that one's like all foobar. So anyway, let's have a look at our collectible booklet. So there's our character profile of Stephanie McMahon. And it says, height 5'9", superstar powers, conjure dark magic, voice of authority, foreign objects, crystal ball of chaos, Skull Queen mask. So it shows her all canoodling up against Triple H in his Skull King crown. And it says, oh, my dear husband, what have they done to you? Oh, yeah, he was turned into stone. I forgot about that. When we first learned of the Skull King mask, we knew the possibilities, the power, and the danger it would bring. And it shows her like actually conjuring up the image in a crystal ball, and Triple H grins on evilly. And it says, fear not, I will not leave you in this state. And then, gasp, Triple H just crumbles to dust, and she takes the skull crown, and it says, long live the Skull Queen, now who has the power? Mwahaha! So she's obviously supposed to be like an Evil Lynn type of character, but since she's also the Skull Queen, that means she's a little bit Skeletor. They like to mix and match the characters in this. Like I pointed out how Roddy Piper had a lot of He-Man elements to his figure, even though it was supposed to be Roddy Piper as a heel. So he also had Skeletor's loincloth. So it's just, you know, I guess whatever elements that they want to give the characters. I'm just going to break these tabs. I can break them. I don't care. I hate the stupid tabs. Mattel, the tabs are worse than the rubber bands. Stop doing the tabs. I hate them. Alright, so it's kind of hard to get the tray back in here because of the way the paper stuck to it, but that'll make it easier for me to throw away later. It'll be like one less thing clogging up the trash bag. So I've got Stephanie out of the box, and I forgot I threw in my little trash bag because it finally got full. Do I have anything? I'll just put it in this little bag. So I think that's something I need to throw away anyway. So she she uses the same body as Becky Lynch from the neck down, which is mostly reused from Tila. Like the thighs and the arms and the hips are entirely Tila. And then she's got some wrestling boots and a new torso. Well, it's new to this line. It's the same one Becky Lynch used. And it's basically like a kind of a simplified version of Tila's torso with the armor taken off of it. But most of the parts are the same. She's got a new head sculpt, of course, which is Stephanie McMahon wearing Evelyn's helmet. And it's a little different from Evelyn's helmet. You can see some of the differences. Like, there's some more detail sculpted into it. So this would make a really good Evelyn head if you repainted it, I think. It's also got long hair hanging out the back, which Evelyn is, supposed to have short hair, so it doesn't really hang out the back of her helmet. But Stephanie has longer hair, so they have it hanging out the back. And I think this is a pretty good likeness of Stephanie McMahon. I mean, it's not like an exact likeness. It's kind of hard to get likenesses that are as good as the male characters, I think, versus the female characters. Just because, it's easier to kind of latch on to certain aspects of the male characters' faces, and the female characters wind up looking a little more generic. But you can tell that's supposed to be Stephanie McMahon. Like, if you know it's a wrestling figure, you can tell it's supposed to be Stephanie McMahon. If you don't know, then you could probably just use this for any sort of character in He-Man, other than the fact that, she's wearing a helmet exactly like Evelyn's. If you don't mind, maybe that's just a popular style of helmet on Eternia, or WWE Eternia, if you prefer. So let's go ahead, and I think the easiest way to get into this baggie is just going to be to cut the end off of it, and then I can probably just slide the parts out that way. Except for that's like the one part that the knife didn't go through. So when I was first seeing pictures of this, I thought this was going to be like just the same as Evelyn's wand, but it's actually quite a bit different. Like, the top of it is the same. It looks pretty much like how you think of Evelyn's wand as being. But you'll notice the actual staff part of it is made of, like, bones. So that's kind of cool. It might be worth it to get one of those if you just wanted Evelyn to have one, versus, like, if you don't really care about the wrestling stuff. It still might be a good thing to buy just to have that staff to give to Evelyn. I think it would work really well with her. And then this, to me, was the most appealing part of this set, is she actually does come with her own version of the skull crown. And unlike the Triple H one, which fits over the top of his head, this one's supposed to just clip to her face. So let's see how that works. There's a couple little notches in the helmet, and these two little tabs should just squeeze in there. Looks like that's about as far as it's going to go. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. So what I was thinking about doing is, in the pitch that they made for Hero, Son of He-Man, there was the idea of the main villain would be Skeletor's son, whose name was Skeletine, and I thought that was really cheesy. But then I thought to myself, hey, what if it was Skeletor's daughter, and it was Skeletina, which is still kind of a cheesy name, but at least it's cheesy in the way of, like, Vampirella or something. It's not quite as bad as Skeletine, but Skeletina, but Skeletora, I don't know. But yeah, like, if Evelyn and Skeletor had a daughter, this could be her, and that would be pretty cool. So I think if I did that, though, I'd probably want to get another one of these and repaint it and put her into more appropriate colors for somebody being the daughter of Skeletor and Evelyn. Like, maybe put some more purple into the outfit. Maybe, make the skin more of like a green shade of color. Like, that way, like how Evelyn has yellow skin and Skeletor has blue skin, so their daughter would have green skin. It makes sense to me. But I wouldn't want it to be green like the way the goddess is green. I'd want it to be like a little more sort of like, like the green parts of Skeletor's skull. I think that would make sense. So, but anyway, it's just a thought. If I can find another one of these. I really like the way the skull crown worked out on her. It's a nice figure. So, and it's good to have, like, a female villain for the WWE line. But, she does seem to be the one that, like, if you're going to find one of this assortment left on the shelf, it's probably going to be Stephanie. And again, there's the rest of the figures for those who don't know. This was the fourth one for me to buy. So it was the last one that I needed to get. And I kind of mainly waited on her because, like I said, she was the one that seemed to hang around the pegs the longest. So, but all of these go eventually. So don't pass her up if you want to get her. I recommend her. I think she's a cool figure. Oh, and I didn't get a chance to show this cover. Like, a lot of these covers, you know, are based on actual mini comics covers, but this one's more based on the artwork that was on the back of the original Evil In package by Errol McCarthy. I really enjoy this picture. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for this time. I'm about to do my next video of the day, which is the Merman figure that finally came from Amazon. So, we will talk to you next time. Bye.